Om Brahma Vishnu Mahesh. Good evening, world. Today we are at a threshold where if we don't participate or if we don't come out with the truth, there may be a situation that there will be very few left to even regret. Let's face the reality and the challenges of the present times and try to come out with our best possible participation and with a common cause to save the humanity and the world. I'm just trying to make my very minuscule participation in trying to make the whole world understand that we are here for a reason. We are here not to fight, but we are here to make this world a very loving and a peaceful place. We, in terms of Hindu mythology or our Indian values, are loaded with millions and millions of shlokas, and every shlok has its own meaning, and every shlok has some significance. From all those millions of shlokas today, I've just shortlisted one shlok which makes all of us understand our significance or our meaning of our existence on this planet. The shlok says, Yesham na vidyam na tapo na danam jnanam na shilam na guno na dharmam te mrityuloke bhuvi bhar bhuta manushnupen mrigascharanti. This is one of the shloks of the millions and millions what we have. But today, I feel this is the most significant in the present times where we are in a situation where we really don't have an answer. People are dying, people are being bombarded. We are almost at a threshold of a World War III. But yes, keeping quiet is not what we can afford. Let's be honest, let's acknowledge, and let's try and understand what are our shortcomings, where are we lacking, and what all is need to be done. It is achievable. We all can do it. Yes, we have to keep aside our ego and our arrogance, and we have to allow love to flourish. Trust me, it is achievable, and we as a human race can only do it because we all are humans. We have God gifted certain values which we have forgotten in the times. It's just a matter of time that we have to understand, and we have to make ourselves realize that what all is to be done and for what all reasons we have been sent here. Now, the shloka which I have come out with, it's very it's very wide and very variant, and I'll try and make you explain on the basis of uh, certain acquired information, and I'll just try and pass it on to the rest of the world. Now, a person who doesn't have knowledge, experience, earned through scriptures, good company, and self realization, or for that matter, if he has not done any charity towards humankind and to the deprived, and if he doesn't have gyan, which is nothing but a gathered information on the basis of self experience and atmamantan. Now I'll try and explain you what Vidya genuinely means. The one which clears all our misunderstandings. Now that's Vidya. We all have our kind of information on the basis what we try and make our belief systems right. So, and then we use the same knowledge for the welfare of the humankind. On the basis of the information what is gathered, we try and make a belief system and we continue with that. Now, for example, a person just tries and gains knowledge in physics and he becomes competent to make a nuclear bomb. Now, but he is using the same knowledge for destroying the mankind. Do you call it knowledge? No, that's not knowledge. It's knowledge. It's Vidya. Only if we use it for the welfare of the humankind. So as long as we are using the same knowledge for making a nuclear bomb, it's not knowledge. It's meaningless. But yes, if the same knowledge is used for the welfare, yes, that's called knowledge. Now the next word is tapa. Tapa. Tapa means our own qualities. Our qualities. Good or bad, where we can burn all the evil things in up. So what we have to do is we have to burn all the evil things and we have to ensure that we purify ourselves to be a good soul, to be honest, to be beautiful, and to be more realistic towards the given commandments of the God. So then only we can call ourselves as that we have really put ourselves to the tapa, or in gaining qualities we have put ourselves. Now there comes the dan. Now if you don't have something, you're not supposed to give. I mean, there are six parameters in this that will make it very lengthy. I will not go into that. But dan is something which actually you have, and then only you're allowed to give it to someone. If you don't have it and you're trying to just portray, or you're just trying to give it to the rest of the humankind, it is meaningless. Uh, Now I'm coming to Gyan. Gyan and Vidya are two different things, yes, because twice it's been used in the shloka. It's not necessary that a person who has Vidya, he also has Gyan. बिकॉज अगर ऐसा होता तो दो बार इसका इस श्लोक में उपयोग ना होता. It's been used twice. So what is Gyan? Now, again, there are three things. One is Ishwar Prapti, one is Moksha Prapti, and the third is to try and know yourself, Khud ko janna. So all these things are very significant. And then comes the Sheel. A person who has Gyan, automatically he becomes Shaleen, or the Sheel. Have you ever seen a person who is aggressive, even if he has some Gyan? No. You will never come across. If you have Gyan, there is absolutely no chance that you will have aggression in you. It tries and make you Sheel, cool down. And then comes the Gun, the characteristic. And in characteristic, we are being told that we have to acquire the best in us, the best what is existent, and we have to learn to unlearn what is not good, what is unwanted. And finally, it's the Dharma. Now, in Dharma, when I say, it's not Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, or Isai. They are only a belief system. Trust me, it's only a belief system. It never teaches us to fight against each other. Dharma is to do our best as a human, to do our best for the mankind. So it's just doing the right thing for the welfare of the humankind. Forgetting our own self-interest, something which leads to happiness for the humankind, something for which we have come on this planet. Now, for sure, that's not to fight with each other. That is to create happiness to create brotherhood. That's dharma. To rise our above these petty things and to think about the humankind, to think about peace, to think about happiness, and to spread love. Now that's dharma. We are in a situation where the whole world is looking at India. Can we diffuse this situation? Well, we have no such means where we can make two parties understand that what is right or what is wrong. And especially, I'm sorry, but especially when the European countries and America has created a situation to make Russia as the real cause of the whole thing. Mr. President, you're a Kenyan. I have the whole sympathy, and today I share it along with the world that you've been hijacked, you've been kept in the dark. Despite your repeated requests, nobody has turned out to save you and your country. You've been left alone to die. But remember, there's still a time left. Before achieving what you've been tuned for, there's still a way out. There's a lot of damage which has been done. I understand. There is no U turn possible at this point in time. But look into your heart and see for yourself. And that doesn't apply to you. I'm speaking to all of your generals also. How you have been backstabbed. It's for you to realize. I'm not trying to be a party to any particular country, or I'm not trying to shield anybody's offense or the wrongdoings. Yes, they are. It's been done. It cannot be ignored. But but the big question is, are you not being backstabbed? Are you not being left alone in this world to fight your own battle? You were made to understand the entire world is backing you and you were left alone. So today, I make an appeal, a very humble appeal, that try and work out what all has been done in the past, in the recent past. A father remains a father. And for all obvious reasons, Russia is your father. We can have differences with our father. But trust me, once we acknowledge that we were wrong, a father will just forgive. It's time to just come out openly and say to the Russia that yes, we fail to understand a situation, a window where we should have acknowledged of not getting a part of the NATO. Because there was a window when Russia kept saying that please acknowledge that you will not become part of the NATO. But in your arrogance and in your ego, and in whatever means you were thrusted upon by the West, especially by America and the European countries for their own vested interest, you kept singing one tune that no, we will not bow down. Let me tell you, to admit a mistake in front of your father is not committing any mistake at all. We still have time. Russia is your father. Please, President, I request you, in the name of the humanity, in the name of the souls who are just looking at you to take a decision, to take a call, let's make an effort. Let's try and save all of them. Let's try and make this world a beautiful place. It is achievable, it's manageable. Within the shortest possible time, you will see not only the entire world, but the people of Russia, entire Russians, and the whole world will come to rebuild Ukraine into the glory it was having. Yes, of course, there is other way out, where you're taking a shortcut first class ticket to heavens, leaving all your Ukrainians to be at the mercy of the West, and God alone knows what's going to happen. But yes, one thing I can foresee, that today, if you be humble, if you acknowledge that yes, there was something wrong which was done in the past which you could not see, and today you are ready to acknowledge, because I still feel I belong to a country where kneeling down in front of your father is just an act of sanskar. Please do that. Russia is not your enemy. Russia is your father. And trust me, within no time, Ukraine will come up as the best part of the world, with people with prosperity, happiness, and their equal participation in rebuilding of the nation and the entire world. But yes, much before of that, you have to leave besides your arrogance your ego. There is a way out. Think over it. There is still a way out. People may instigate you not to do it. But as an Indian, I appeal. I appeal in favor of all your followers who are looking at you, your children who are waiting with open arms, your daughters, your sisters, your mother, your wife. And it is all for the generals who are there. All of them. They need you. Then what are we fighting for? It's achievable. Let's think over it. The war can come to an end for all the good reasons. Since my childhood, I know Russia is not the kind of a country who wants to unnecessarily bother you with their bombs, because they only know the language of love. It's somehow we have been made a classic confusion where we really don't know who our enemies and what are their vested interests. But let's come out with the fact, the single fact. Mr. President Ukrainian, you still are within the means of rebuilding your own country, of giving the much needed relief to your own people. Please, please, please come out with a treaty with your father and see how things will bounce back, how things will come back to glory, and not only you, but all the Ukrainians will have a very happy moment. Well, the world may accuse President Putin for what he has done. But being an Indian, I know when Lord Rama wanted to cross to reach Lanka, there was a big ocean in between. And he made prayers. He sat down and tried to make a prayer for a passage, for a smooth passage to the Lanka, for a very genuine and reasonable cause. But despite repeated requests, the Sagar never gave an path to lead to the Lanka. And then, after doing all his prayers, Lord Rama has to pull out his Brahmashastra to dry up the entire ocean. And at that point in time, the ocean came and asked for his forgiveness. That's called Bhai bin hoy na preet. So, Russia kept letting you. President Putin kept asking you to give him an assurance that you are not getting part of the NATO. That's what you have to understand. But you were kept in dark, which you could not understand. And today the same forces are reluctant in even looking at you. They've just left you. Can you realize this? It's a reality. This is merely cheering up the, they're calling up meetings, and where they condemn this act, they clap for certain kind of appreciations, and they are sending relief materials. But they don't stand. They stand not next to you in support. You have been left alone. Please acknowledge this. So there's no harm. So there's no harm in accepting what's wrong being done to you and in getting back to the arms, the loving arms, which of course your father, Russia, has kept open for you. Forget about what has been done till now, because that was a act of various misunderstandings. It's achievable. I can see a beautiful Ukraine, the children playing with all the happiness and with all the glory coming back in the shortest possible time. And yes, with the participation not only of the Russia, but with the entire world. Mr. President, it's up to you to take a decision. I still will go in the favor of humanity, in the favor of love, in the favor of happiness for the whole world, and especially when it is achievable. Om Shanti.